Hello everybody and welcome back to another Minecraft building video. Today we are in a deep ocean because today we will be building a big pirate ship. So if you enjoy this video or any other content I do, feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out a ton knowing you are enjoying this content, thus further encouraging me to create more content like this for you. Alright, let's get to work. So I kind of want to start off, I'm debating on what exactly I want to build this out of. Part of me wants to do spruce. Another part of me wants to kind of do a jungle boat. But I think we're gonna stick to like a traditional sense and do an oak boat. I also want to add some detail blocks as well because the beehive, does a very good job at that. Same thing with the chiseled bookshelf. I'm just trying to grab anything to create texture within the blocks. So the way I usually start building is I build like the central shape first. Like so. I think this will be fine. And then basing my boat shape, like the whole entire thing, off of the center shape. Right. If I did that. Wonder how this will look. I bet this thing can come out a bit more. I'm thinking something like this will look very nice. I'm not counting too much because I'm not too sure exactly. Not sure exactly like how, like, if numbers can really do this thing justice as far as like figuring out how much of something I need. But if we now did something like this. Something is not lined up and it is this. Gotta pay attention. Alright, what do we think? I might shorten this up a little bit. Make this maybe one more out. I know it may not look like too much of a difference, but see that. Alright, let's see. Not too bad. Not too bad. I will say, however, this I'm going to start building now to be off. Like so. That's a good spot to be. Not too bad, not too bad. I think here's where the top of the ship will be. So like up here. But I don't know, does that seem too low? Might be too low because a boat like this usually is up way taller. Right, so yeah, I'm actually just going to do this instead. Not terrible, not terrible. Gonna be a lot of this. Gonna be a lot of shaping up, trying to figure out exactly how I want to do this. All right, here I'm thinking we're gonna start building up the bow. I think that's what it's called, right? Correct me in the comments if is it the bow of the ship or the bow of the ship? You know, I hear so many different things. Okay, ooh, something's not right here. Yeah, something's not lined up correctly. Because I did 2 over here. Is okay. Easy fix though. Easy fix. I might do 2 over here. That actually might look good. Change it up a bit. We did that, right? That away. Don't look too bad. Don't look not too bad at all. All right, we're gonna keep it like that, except I am gonna get rid of this. Okay. Then gonna go back to this. Okay. Not too bad, not too bad. It is getting to be a bit much, almost too much. So I think now it's time to cause the bow to go up a little bit more, but just the bow. Like that. I think I'll tear this back just a little bit more. And trust the process. Trust the old process. You know what? Because of the size of that and how tall it goes up, I am actually going to add another bump to this. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Carry that to there. Which, that might work. I might add one more. Just like that. Nothing too crazy, though. Yeah. Alright, now I can start building up this to make this look really good. I think this will just be one big shape. Like so. Nothing too crazy. But I'm thinking this might work. What I might do later on, actually, I think here's where I'm going to take it out one more block, right? Very, very important. Might take it out 2 more blocks, actually. We'll see what this looks like and sort of feels like as well. Okay, not too bad. I'm gonna bring it out just a wee bit more, like so. Get rid of all of this. Perfect. Then, I think that's good. I'm gonna build the bottom of the boat now, just the floorboards. Gonna go only out about this far. Alrighty. This one's gonna take a minute. So bear with me there. So a lot of you guys also in the comments had asked me if I pre-plan these builds beforehand, and the answer to that is no, I don't. I really try to pride myself on, like, I'm really trying to get better at just building on the fly instead of, because like with what I do on here, I plan all the time, like with my SMP content, with my Forever World content. And this is just to help me get better with that, you know, building on the fly really helps me out and figure out tactics on how to build better regardless. So if I can build something really good on the fly, it means that the planned build has potential to be 10 times better. So that's the purpose of this. I will add some extra detail here with the stairs. I want to see where this, how much detail I can bring in with this much. I just want to see how much good these stairs do real quick. Kinda. I'm thinking I need to bring this out a bit more this time around. So it'd be like that maybe. And then the oak stairs will go here. Thinking that looks a bit better. I think this is jutting out a bit too much though. So I might take that and do this perhaps. Add that. Okay, we're starting to get somewhere. Starting to get somewhere. Gonna add one more layer of this to the top. Like that. I will leave this up purposely. Unless, yeah, that kind of looks strange. If I did this instead. Oh yeah, that looks so much better. That looks so much better. Now, and here is always where I build, like, the, captain's quarters up here. But I think I should, before I do that, I'm going to finish the actual boat itself, because we cannot just have it floating a whole block above. So, I should have maybe planned a bit better. Because I am a bit stuck. I think I'm gonna take this down a bit more. Just one, right? Like so. Like that. If I went to the bottom and did that, just that very thing. I'll leave two open so I can this. It will get a bit dark. That's a-okay. How does that look from the bottom? I might do that instead. Boom. Okay, now we're moving. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. Now here's where I'm actually going to take everything inward. So, because I gotta at least try to have this go in. We did one block at a time. Like so. Play what I'll do here. Add extra bits there. All right. It is a bit dark, so I might give myself some night vision here. If I could actually spell it. There we go. Just so I can kind of see what I'm doing underneath here. All right, here's where I will start to taper in the boat. I might do what I've done before here, and that is actually make, like, I might try to make this thing that actually, but whoops, did not mean to break that block. I meant to break this block. What I was saying was I might try to build like a pillar or a beam underneath this, like so, right? Just to see where it will take me. Because I don't want to go too far down. I also don't want to go too far up. Okay. That might be good. Just one more. That like so, like that. And then I can build upon that, right? I think that's a good plan that I'll have there. Instead of just trying to go layer by layer. Which, I mean, technically I'm still going layer by layer, but this is way better for this. We do one of those, right? And here's where we'll, like, start to notice something, like, okay, right? And we'll actually go in fully now. Unless you think it should go down one more. I'm gonna take it down one more, but like one really thin layer like that. I think that'll work. Got some stuff to fill in, but that's okay because this whole thing will actually turn into empty space and empty air, because I will be doing an interior for this one, just because, gotta be honest, I love doing pirate ships. I really do. One of those, and then something like this. Boomba. Right, and then bing, 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 bing. Bing, bing, bing. Now if I look directly across. Yep, perfect. Okay, and of course, boom, boom. Did it look the same? Yes, it does. Okay. I gotta make sure symmetry is important. Especially for a build like this. I will take this in a bit more. What I'll start to do this. Okay? But take it in a bit farther. So we are going to start making it a bit tighter. Like this. And boom, boom. I think this is good. We'll leave that there. Right. And I will leave these extra blocks there. I usually would get rid of the corners, but I think for these next few final layers, I will be keeping those corners to add more depth and to help, and quite frankly, to help me out as well. Boom. Okay. Now granted, this might be a bit more... So I might put in like that. I might, just because we do gotta cater to the actual length of this. Yeah. I think we're good there. Now I can do that very same thing to that up there. So then when I build this out, right, the very last time. Keeping up with that. Boom. Not looking bad, not looking too bad. Don't worry, we will be out of the water here very shortly. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Try to get rid of this just a little bit. Then I think I'll leave this part there. Just so now I can fill in all of this. And then in the end, we'll see how this looks. I don't know if a 5 block radius is good enough. I don't know if this... Well, I do plan on adding like more to the underside of the bow with some dark oak. Maybe some spruce instead. But we'll see what that looks like from the bottom. Okay, that actually doesn't look too bad. Does not look too bad. I might shape this up a bit more just to add... Just to add something there, you know? Add some depth. Let's see. I think that makes it look a bit more full. I'll do the same thing to this side as well. Where I only put, what, these two here? Yeah, okay. I think that helps it out a lot. So now I have the actual, like, dock, and I might make the floor of the actual boat a different color. Okay, just to keep up with breaking it up a little bit. But before we do that, we have got to get rid of all of this. So, here we go, coming in with the sponges here. Just to very quickly spam sponge. Boom. The easy peasy. I wish I knew about sponges when I was, you know, much younger. Because, ooh, this could have done so much good. But I will change up. I've decided to change up the floorboards here to be, let's see here, if we did a wood or let's say a plank, right? Yeah, I wonder if the jungle looks really good. That does not look too bad, actually. Actually, I changed my mind. It looks too pink. I think maybe, just maybe, if we go with a spruce, this might be better for the floor, honestly. Now, if it were up to me, which it is, actually, if I would have actually planned for this sooner, actually, I would have made this spruce and then the floor's oak. How does that look from afar? I mean, it doesn't look terrible. It certainly doesn't look bad. I'm just still thinking and planning out exactly how I want to try to do this. Probably clear the effects from that. Boom. But I'm thinking, I think spruce is good. I will be adding more detail up and around and about. But I'm thinking the spruce is good. Maybe not for that, but... Alright, we're looking good so far. Again, if I were to change it, it would definitely be putting the spruce on the actual boat itself and then the oak on the ceiling. But, again, that's okay. Oh, I did mess up with that there. Ooh, that's going to be a problem. So I think I might have to add a thing there. Whoops. I'll tell you what, I'll just add stairs there. I'll just add a stair. The big question is, how many sails do I want? I think the safe bet would be 2 sets of sails. Or I could do 3. I don't want to go too big, though. Because I don't want it to be, like, not very proportionate. Because this is really all the space we have right now. It's not a huge boat. I mean, but it is big. It is nice looking. Oh, I forgot. That will have to go there. That will have to go there. I forgot that we're putting stairs there. But that will be a reminder for that. And these two. Yep, okay. You could just add them to the back here, but I do like the shape that this is so far, so I will keep that. So I am going to mess around with this a bit just to see. I'm not going to put it on every single block because I think that would be kind of silly. We did it to that, but left that open. And left maybe this and this open. I think that looks good. Maybe adding this here, or maybe I will add it to every single block. Question is that too much detail, though? I don't know. I don't know. Same thing with this. I might try to just add a little bit here and there, but nothing too crazy. Like, just to break something up a bit, you know? Adding that. Yeah, okay. Putting that there. Boom. Putting this corner there. Because that looks too blocky. I'm trying to be just nice and subtle about it, really. So that won't be going there, but this will be going there. Like that. Ah. Boom. Again, I don't want to go too much. But I will. So I'm sorry I lied to you guys when I said we were done in the water. It was almost not symmetrical. Right, okay, so there's one there. Boom. Okay. Just to give it that extra oomph. In these long places, I think that's where I'll put the other ones. Boom and boom. Where there's a bigger gap in between. Yeah, because I don't want it to be too, like, not great. I think that's good. I think we have something here. We definitely have something. And I'll just, for funsies, I'll add that. Boom. Now we can start actually planning this out. I'll be using spruce for everything. Doing something like that, right? Boom, 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 boom. Then, of course, keeping that up there like that will result in this. And this is where the captain's quarters will be. Underneath this, that is. Right. And what the heck. I'll add some extra detail there. Boom. Okay. I'll tell you what I'll also do is do this. Yeah. Maybe with some slabs. Okay, so we don't want this to be too big. And instead of the regular spruce doors, I'm thinking dark oak. This might not look the greatest, but I am curious. You know, that doesn't look too bad. It does break up the wood a bit more, which is always a plus. I think this has potential to look really, really nice. It looks good. Like, I think the dark oak definitely saves it a minute. And the dark oak, it's like, this is a captain of class, you know? It's not like a rusty, dusty, crusty pirate ship. Like, this is a, you know, it has class. And just to break up some of the walls here, I will be doing this. Because I don't like... Okay, that looks menacing. That kind of looks cool, actually. We'll put a lantern in each corner like that. And again, we'll do the interior later. We'll definitely do the interior later. But our main focus is just how this boat will look. So I will say, I will add the steering wheel a while. Which I think I will stick to the dark or the oak there. Right? Or no, maybe I'll do dark oak. I'm trying to break up the wood as much as possible. Right? And then if we were to... I think a copper bulb, right? Or maybe a copper... chiseled copper? We're gonna see if that works. The waxed copper. We're gonna see which one looks better, right? So that one does have potential, but so does this one because it has that X on it. So I might try to go with this. Let's see what the copper trapdoors look like. On top of that, the exact same. Okay, so then if I were to just add a little bit of depth to that, I wonder. Now, does that look like a good steering wheel? It's definitely going to take some getting used to. But I think it looks good. Now, one other thing. I don't know. I don't want to keep going with the but I think that's good. I think, honestly, actually, the more I get away from it, it looks good. I like that. I like the way that looks. Now we got to do the masts. Now I will be doing just regular oak log for both of them. I think one's going to go right here, and then the other a little bit up far. Maybe not that far, but maybe there. Perfect. Now, one thing I will do is put it through the entire bottom for stability. Okay? So there's where the first sail will be. I will also be doing one more right up front here. Like so. Is that evenly spaced? 2, 3, 5, 7, 5, 6. Nope. Okay, so I will be putting this back just a bit more. I think the symmetry of at least them being the same number of blocks back will help it greatly. That'll be good for that. We'll bump this up a little bit. This is going to be just its own sail. It will be as wide as the ship. Four, 1, 5. Okay, 5. Go down a little bit like that. Boom, 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 boom. Let's go. All right. Now this one's going to be a bit taller, just a wee bit taller. And by a wee bit, I mean like that. So, this one will have a bit of a larger sail, going a bit more out. By one block. Same thing up here. We're going to do it again. And then a mini one right up top. Like so. My question is, will that look good? I don't know. Good questions all have good answers. Thinking maybe 4. I think that'll look cool. Yeah, it's working. Okay, now what I want to do is grab some of the... to add some color into it and some support. I will be going for the mud brick stairs to really hold it into place. I think this will help it greatly. To really get that solid foundation going. It kind of also matches the copper a little bit. Really matches the copper, actually. So maybe. All right, next up, I will be actually doing the oak stuff and gathering some of these blocks just to add some of that extra level of detail to the outside. I don't know for sure how this will look, but again, you know me, I always add it in details in patches, like so. Just to really give it that character. Not too bad, not too bad. We have a couple of more blocks as well that we can play around with this time around. And none of them can fall. None of them are gravity blocks. We got 2 more at least, with the chiseled bookshelf being one of them and the beehive being another. But I gotta be careful where I put these ones because they do have a face to them. These ones do not. Oop. We just gotta be a little extra careful. Thinking, boom. Remind me, I got to do a design for this, for the front. I don't know what I want to do. Will taking that a bit as well. Gotta put some right here. Boom. Do I bother with the bottom? Yes, I do. You know why? Because we cannot leave a job half finished. Perfect. All right, now off to the next block here, which will have to be more strategic with where I place it. The chiseled bookshelf. I will be changing up a lot of this too. Maybe if I put that like this. There we go. Perfect. We'll do that. I'll attempt to do the same thing here. Perfect. Looking good. Same thing. There are these holes in there. I'll just stick to that. Yeah, perfect. So the corners are going to be a problem. Not a problem, but they're going to be a bit more difficult to work with. So we'll see that start to come into play. Long as I keep them together. It's starting to look pretty good. I think I'm really liking the extra little level of design they're going for. Well, I'm going for here. Like so. I do like the top of it too. It does make it look nice. As if it's been planned from the start. Boom. Boom. Be adding some here, 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 and here, while adding some here and here. Perfect. Let me take a look at from afar just to take a look, see if I need any more. Because I got to remember, I'm also going to be adding the beehives as well for that extra design. Yeah, I think the side's cool. I think the side's perfectly fine. I might add some more right over there. Just to add maybe one or two more bookshelves. Okay, good. And then we'll add some beehives there. Boom, 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 boom. Oops. And not have that. Boom. Perfect. I love it. Next up, bees' nests. Or beehives. And this adds a lot of, like, a structure. It makes it look super structured. Super well thought out. Oop. But I can't do too much of this either. Beautiful. EEA, beautiful. Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll add some in this corner here. Right? I'll actually get rid of some here. Maybe hit a corner. Like that. Okay, not too bad. Let's see here. Maybe if I add some more like that. Maybe a patch here. A patch here. A few more. We'll do a few more just to entertain. Okay, not bad. From afar, that looks pretty good. I will say, I'm going to add a bit more to this. All right. Yeah, not bad at all. I'm liking the way that's looking. All right, but now for real this time, we must move on to the sails here, which is my favorite part of the ship. Here's my plan, right? Gonna add just these to the corners, these little X's. Or these L's, I should say. And then for some of the smaller ones, just one block. Just one block. Like that. And then for this medium-sized sail, I think I'll still do the same with the like, angles. And I'll build off of that. But I think with that, it's going to look very nice. I will say, I will add some of this to it. Because these are very different. I'm going to start with this sail here just because it is a bit more of like an easier sort of design here. And just like that, we have that first sail. And now we'll start getting into the fun stuff. Did I make a square? I think I made a square. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I did. This is a square. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. Now, here's one thing that I like to do, actually, when I build these pirate ships. Is I make this final shape kind of wonky, right? Because I want it to really look like And then I fill in. So I go no more than 3 like layers deep on a lot of these sails. Because that, and like it adds that extra layer of just, you know. Tell you what, I might make this 1 block longer just to add to the sail itself. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Boom. So I will be moving these back. Perfect. And then same thing. The first, like, area is going to be very structured, right? At least the first area. This one I might bow out a little bit more just because it is a larger sail and needs to intake more wind. But I am going to start doing like more of a wonky sort of shape here. Right? And my goal is I don't even think about it. Again, just like a crazy shape. And then we can bleed off into that and see where that looks. Again, kind of still adding the unpredictability of it, so we're going to leave that there. However, I will take this and add a block here. But no block there. And I think I'm actually good to maybe do 1 more, but I will tighten this up quite a bit. Like so. Because I want it to look like it's bowing out a lot, but not too much. I don't want it to look weird. We have this. I do like that. I do like the shape of that overall as well. Now, what we can do with this one is very easy, very simple. Perfecto. I'll try to do a weird shape for this sail as well. Let's see what I can do here. As far as weird shapes go. I think that might work. Again, I don't want to go too much with this little one. But I think that's perfect. I think that's looking very good. I'm liking what we're doing so far. Right, next up, what I need to do is the crow's nest. Which this thing's going to be so nice. I think I'll do some spruce for this. Again, it's just going to be a very simple. And something ridiculously easy. Break that up. Back to the oak. Oh, whoops. All right. Now here's where part of it can get a bit fun. Is adding that extra flag at the top. And I will add a little bell as well. Perfect. The bell is important. The bell is very, very important. Now what color should we make this flag here? I'm thinking red, you know? It's not going to be a pirate ship, so it doesn't need to be black. But I think if it's a nice red color... I think it breaks it up a bit. Definitely. And we're looking good. We're looking very good so far. Now, I will add a bit more detail here. So one thing I will add across these is just a place to get up. So I will be adding the ladders. But before I do that, we must go down to the brig or down below deck, which is where we'll have a bunch of these guys. So thinking doing some oak for the stairs. Very simple, but nice. I don't know if this is good for the boat, but maybe this is good. You know, every boat needs a way up and down. But I think I did good there. What I will do, actually, is I changed my mind. We are going to take this down a bit more. But we're actually going to put a ladder right here. This is where the brig will be. Not the brig, because these don't have jail cells. Maybe I should build a jail cell, eh? That'd be pretty cool. Holy moly, for a second I thought I wasn't recording, and that would have really put a damper on today. Oh, now it's like more open. But we can still get in. I will be adding lanterns to this as well. Again, very important that the pirates can see. Very, very important. We'll be doing ladders. Just to climb back up here. And now I think a good oak trapdoor, because it doesn't quite match everything else. I'm thinking if this is good. This is what really the below deck looks like. A lot of the time, this is what the below deck thing looks like. Now, I will be adding only this bit here, so at least there's still a way down, right? But I wanted it to be able to be closed, because that looks good. I do like the way that looks. Now, my favorite part of this entire thing. Ooh, we are gonna making some cannons. Now I think I'll do blackstone for these little tires, and these will go below deck. But I don't know how up above ground this is. Okay, so that will need to change a lot. I think we had a chiseled bookshelf here, so we're going to do that instead. I'm going to replace them with these. Boom, boom, and boom. Okay? Let's see what that looks like from above deck. Where the holes are, because I want the holes to be even. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. It looks like the ship can only take 3 cannons, which is fine. Perfectly fine. Unless we went one farther. Right, added a cannon to there. To the side. Did I goof? I didn't goof. The 3. Dang. I did goof up just a little bit. Dang. But we can still do... That's 5 cannons, actually. I love that. Put that up in there. Perfect. That's 1 block above ground. But we are going to keep them there. And again, just to be able to add that level of detail, I'm going to add this. To make it look nice. I think I'll keep that over here like that. Boom. That doesn't look too bad. That does not look bad at all. And the dispensers will actually be firing well. Like, these will be good. So I grabbed the furnace to... forgot what the furnace is for. So I'm actually just going to change it out for a regular cobblestone. I'm going to do cobble with the lever. Now, does this work? It does. Gonna add blackstone just again for the extra level of detail. You know what? I should actually instead, because how are we gonna fill them back up? I think I'm just gonna do this instead. Right? Just to add there. Because this is, you know, I tried to make them look like real cannons, but I realized if we want to refill them from the inside, not going to work. Because we need the fire charges. And going in looks good. Boom. 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 5 big booms. Give me one more moment while I... Now, once I flip the lever, you can see it did go out. And it's off, it's underwater. So it's traveling into the water. That was not, maybe not the best example. Yeah, like just to see what it looks like from the outside, I'll put a dispenser right there. And there it goes. It is firing out fast. Holy cow. I feel like they changed that in a recent update because these used to, I feel like they flew out way slower. But that is crazy, actually. Holy. Wait, does that open the trapdoor as well? If it's back here? No, it doesn't. Okay. That's good, actually. That's good. All right. Now we'll be adding some ladders so people can get up in the boat. Like so. The ladders aren't very visible, but hey, that's okay. Boom! Look at that. We do have a bit of a pirate ship going on. Not a pirate ship, it's just a big ship, but I will say pirate ship in the title. Now time to build the captain's quarters. Now I will be doing this with some... Drum roll. A lot of blocks, actually. So I think I'm going to do a... That one. That one. And a lectern. I think a lectern will look great if we do something like this, right? Crafting table here. Cartography table there. With the map and the compass. That looks beautiful. Really nice. I wish there was just a way we could change that up. Because I don't like the way the actual thing looks. So I want to use... I think it's going to be a brighter desk. I think this will have to do. You can still see the earth at least, which is always good. And I like the way that's looking so far with the captain's quarters. Now what good is a pirate cabin without a chair? I'm still figuring out the chair situation, right? Like, I want it to kind of... I think I'm going to do red. I'll do a mangrove-esque thing. If I put that there, then this here. Right? I think we're getting somewhere. Now we can sit down and be awesome. Now, the pirate quarters also needs some things. So I think what I'm going to do is add a bookshelf here. Right? Maybe he has tales and stories. But a bunch of barrels. A bunch of barrels just lying around. I think that's most important to the captain is all of his rum. And you know what? I'm also going to be building an exquisite bed for him as well. So I'm thinking basalt. Okay, maybe the captain's quarters isn't big enough for that. So you know what I'll do? Just a regular bed. Just a regular bed. Boom. There we go. Now off to the downstairs section, the last part of the video. We are going to be building all of this. Now, one thing I will say underneath here will be where all the crew sleeps at the bottom of the ship. The crew's not big. It's 8 people. And then, just nothing but barrels. I feel like that's the perfect way to represent a ship like this. Again, I keep saying it's a pirate ship, so you know what? It's a pirate ship now. And who knows, maybe this thing has some bookshelves in it too. But for now, it's just going to be just loaded with barrels. So many barrels. I will add some chests in there as well. For some treasure. Just lying around, you know. Nothing too special. Nothing too crazy either. Again, just I feel like that's really what below deck of a ship is just a bunch of storage. A bunch of storage. And you know what? I will also have them put in another cartography table. Boom. So these guys also have a way out. Right? So these guys can also look around and see, hey, what's up? I'm really liking the way this turned out. I am loving this. Let's look at it from afar. And ooh-wee, that is looking pretty good. That is looking splendid. I love the way this turned out. I'm so proud of it. Oh, I forgot to add something actually. Oof, awkward. I forgot to add something. So that is the bow here. I think I need to put in like one more big thick chunk of something. So I'm actually going to pull out the dark oak one last time for this one last part, okay? I'm going to be doing something like this, right? Boom. But adding that there, that there, that there, that there, that there, that there, that there. Boom, 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 right, boom. We're gonna move this to up there like that. And boom. Boom. Okay. And boom. And then I need some slabbage, actually, as well. Boom. Just to do that. Just to complete that. Because then this will go like that. This is where it starts to get a bit more, but now is when I'll make it full. Boom. There we go. I think that helps it out a lot, just to give it that extra bit of detail there to make that look good. Another thing I forgot to add at the end of this is some windows. And what I like to do is add yellow windows. And I'll say why here in a second. The yellow windows actually make it look like there's some torchlight going on the inside. So I'll actually tear out, put that back. Make these some windows as well as that. Okay. Now, from the outside, it looks like the windows are lit up with candlelight and lantern glow, especially if I were to turn it into nighttime. See? I think that makes it look stellar. Now we're going to turn it back to daytime. I can't remember exactly what time of day, so I'm just going to put noon. I had it for a specific time for like shaders and stuff like that to take screenshots, but this thing I think will look fantastic either way. I'm so proud of it. For real this time. This is the outro this time. For real, I do love the way this turned out. I'm loving it. I should really be building pirate ships and other boats more often. This has really given me the confidence to do so. But with that being said, you guys have a fantastic day. Let me know what you want me to build in the comments down below. And with that being said, you have a great day and be safe out there.